Hey crafty friends, it's Joy here for Crafty Meraki, and I'm going to be sharing how I am going to hot foil on some acetate. So I am using the Diamond in the Rough foil plate and the new Orchid Opulence stamp and coordinating die for this card. And so I want to start with my foiling. I love Aura foil from Spellbinders, and so that's the color of foil I'm going to use. And I have my piece of acetate, which is a bit larger than my foil plate. And so I'm going to tape my foil plate to my acetate. I like to create a little hinge with some low tack tape, washi tape, whatever you have on hand. And then I'm going to slide that piece of foil in between the foil plate and the acetate, shiny side up or pretty side up to your hot foil plate. And I'm going to place this foil plate side down and let that heat up. Once that's ready, I'm going to push the little button that's blinking, and that will blink for about a minute. I can add my plates on top and run it through my die cut machine. And I like to go kind of slow forward and backward. And then when we peel this back, we can see this beautiful hot foil on our acetate. I just love that. I just think it gives a little extra something that's shiny. All right, in my MISTI, I have a piece of Neenah cardstock, and I am going to place my stamp down. Again, this is the Orchid Opulence. And this has your flowers, it has your sentiments, and the coordinating die is just going to die cut everything at once, which is really nice. I'm going to ink this up with black Copic friendly marker ink. And I'm going to get a nice good impression. I'm going to ink this up 2 or 3 times. Even though my ink pad is pretty juicy, I just want to make sure I have all of the black lines nice and crisp. So let's use our Copic markers. I am going to be doing kind of a orange and yellow flower with a hot like fuchsia pink center on these flowers. I'm not going to show you all of them because I'm coloring all of them the same, but I'm starting with the orange at the base of the petals and then yellow towards the tips. Just a really nice kind of soft flower, and then you have this beautiful fuchsia pink in the center, which I think is so fun. So I've got 2 colors here, a darker and a lighter, so I can have a shadow area and a lighter area. And then we've got some green for some of these stems here. I'm actually not going to use all of these flowers. I do color all of them and of course die cut all of them, but I don't need to use every single one on this card, so you can just keep the extras and put it in your packaging for your stamp set. So I'm going to tape this coordinating die in place, and I did forget to color a little bit of greenery there. And I can run this through my die cut machine. And then we're going to have all of these beautiful orchids and our sentiments. So I'm kind of doing a monochromatic color here. So I am using the melon color, or excuse me, the melon ink from Simon Says Stamp. I'm just inking up an A2 size background. Just getting a nice light color. It does not need to be super dark. I don't want it to be really dark. I do want it to be on the lighter side. So I'm going to get a nice good ink blend. And then in my MISTI, I'm going to stamp this background stamp that's just a bunch of writing. This is Hero Arts Nouvelle Prose Bold Prints background stamp. I am inking it up with that same melon ink, and I'm going to do that a couple times. And this is just going to have a nice little small text on the background to give us a little interest behind our acetate piece. I have my acetate piece flipped over, and I'm adding 1 tiny little dot of glue behind each one of those foiled diamonds. And then I can line this up on my A2 size sheet, and then I just have to trim the excess acetate off once this is dried and held in place. I have foam adhesive behind my flowers, and we're going to lay these out on the background. I don't want to cover up all of this beautiful foil, and I don't want to cover up that background, but I do want a good amount of these flowers. And I love that they have dimension from the background. I love using foam adhesive pretty much on every single card I make. And I think it just makes a huge difference. So I'm going to place that one there. We've got this big piece here. I'm going to move some of that adhesive, and then I can lay this down and I can trim the excess flowers off of the edge. So everything has this nice straight edge around the whole card, and you have all of those beautiful flowers on the inside. And we had already stamped our sentiments at the beginning, so we have those stamped and die cut, and this says happy birthday. And I'm going to place that kind of in the center-ish. And then I want to finish off my flowers with some gold foil confetti. I'm just going to do one piece in the center of each one of the flowers just to add a little something extra. I love that extra sparkle from it, and it coordinates with that beautiful aura foil. Let's take a look at this. We have that awesome acetate sheet and all that beautiful foil on top, and then these gorgeous orchids from the Orchid Opulence stamp set. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope that you enjoyed this project, and I really hope you guys have a wonderful day.